Hey guys, it's just Ashanti Art here. I started a portrait. I kind of had some ideas from other artists who do studies. Wanted to mix it up a bit. Um, I don't know what I was doing here. I was apparently fixing things. I had to start a new canvas. The program was acting really weird. Yeah, so I know a lot of you who follow me on DeviantArt. I just kind of took like this huge break. I had a lot of things going on. But I always had this idea of doing YouTube videos and podcasts, and I was like, why don't I mix them together? So, because I wanted to do so many things, but you can't just do everything. So I was like, you know what? It'll just naturally come to me. And then I was like, I could just talk over my speed paints. So, excuse me, little sick. Yeah, and I just thought like, okay, whenever I get an idea or whenever I want to draw, I was like, I could just record it, put it on YouTube, record it, talk over it. Apparently I forgot to, the classic noob mistake. I'm not a noob, but when you draw on the freaking background. But anyway, Photoshop, it was harder to make that mistake, so I've been using Medibang. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to make just kind of a podcast channel, but I didn't really know exactly what to do, so this is gonna be like user input / whatever I'm comfortable with / what you guys like, and just kind of staying with the hot topics too. Like I was thinking after this I could doing studies and doing tutorials, and I want my podcast to kind of be separate, like on the same channel, but I want them to kind of be separate from the like how to draw or like how I would draw, because I don't want to say like this is how you draw hands. It's like there's so many different ways, like thousands of ways, and think about it, thousands of ways. Not every artist posts. There's people who are amazing artists. Like I wanted to cry on the floor and be like, why aren't you posting? They're like, I don't think anybody will like it. I'm like, dude, you look like freaking like his art legit. Like I don't even want to talk about it because it makes me almost mad. But this guy, man, and I can't find him. I don't know what happened. It must have been from a move because I have no way of finding him. But he pretty much painted like Sergeant. And this guy was in his early 30s. But anyway, yeah. So, and then people like that. I mean, even if like they could just get on a podcast, like getting artists who maybe people may not have known, because I don't always want it just to be about, oh my god, gotta get a famous artist on my podcast, grow my channel, like that'll happen naturally if people like the content. Like if your content's garbage, no one gives a damn like who's on. Like they may be there for that person. So I believe more in building like a better reputation and then engaging the audience. So and I'm even up for putting up longtime fans on here, and we could even like edit stuff together. Like one inspiration is Ahmed Al-Douri. He's a good guy. I messaged him a couple of times on Instagram, and he does this thing called Medcast, which I guess maybe that's where my subconscious inspiration's coming from. But yeah, and also too, you guys may or may not have known this, but I've been battling depression and anxiety too, and having that, it makes it almost impossible to make art sometimes. But I've been getting better and getting through it, so it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be when I was a teen. I was so cringy. But I think just having a platform, having an audience, just learning how to market it and just have this become my career, I guess, because obviously that 9-to-5 shit doesn't work. So, and I don't like saying talent. I have skills that I've honed, so, and I can do quite a bit of things. So I want to be able to teach people these things, and so they can feel, comfortable and figure out what they want or what works for them, what they're comfortable with, and maybe my input's just that last thing they needed to freaking jumpstart their careers. So, I'm not saying that they needed me anyway. I'm just a tool. Oh gosh, that sounds horrible. No, I mean, I'm just another stepping stone for y'all as I go through my journey. But yeah, like this portrait, I used to be horrible at portraits, but I was motivated and I just kept going. I was like, there were so many painful nights I wanted to cry because I hated my drawing so much. Like, people were like, oh, you have talent. I'm like, I have a talent to see things and replicate, which is a tool. I see it more as a tool, not my success to fucking financial freedom, but you gotta craft that. I was given a little head start, I guess, so, and that's why it was so easy for me to pick up on ways to draw. So I just kind of learned a bunch of different things from everyone. And honestly, I really didn't put that much time into practice. Like, I just really made a lot of full-on pieces, and then I realized, like, I need to practice more. And when I do, it really sinks in my head, but I don't know if it's laziness or just lack of industriousness, but, I mean, I honestly just picked it up, like, right then. I didn't need to practice, but a lot of people do need to practice, so. And I'm not saying everything I pick up I'm like that with. Like, there's things like Photoshop. It took me a month to learn how to use it to paint properly. And now I'm kind of done with Photoshop. Not because I'm broke and can't get a subscription. No, like, Photoshop kind of became a hindrance, actually, to be honest. And I was like, oh my god, it's such the biggest thing. All these main artists use it, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it really didn't work with my traditional background. So, and I tried so hard, I did. But it just felt so artificial. And to tell you the truth, Photoshop's not really a painting program. That might be like, what? But they have painting brushes. It's like, well, now they do, but people have just figured out how to use it. It's not meant to be solely for painting, digital painting, but some people have pulled it off. Now, like, for some reason for me, it's really hard. If it doesn't feel natural, it's gonna be really hard to make a painting or a drawing. Like, my mind's works in 3D, so this program actually helps quite a bit. Like, for the longest time, I had Photoshop convincing me I couldn't fucking draw. No, I just was using the wrong tools, and then it just was not clicking with my brain. So as soon as I touched Medibang, I immediately picked it up. It just works so much better for the way I think when I paint. Like, you can tell things look a lot more carved out, a lot more defined and dynamic. So I can paint from any reference, whereas I had to find specific references that had really good lighting and depth and shadow, because Photoshop, I honestly don't know what it is. It may be because it's different brushes, and Photoshop, it's like you're stamping something on. And that's why they stay with the basic brushes, but sorry I had to cut out for a bit. Yeah, no footage was lost. Excuse me. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I just know that Medibang is a lot better for that. I'm just saying, anybody who's, and I've been there, like, oh, is Photoshop better? Is Medibang better? Is Paint Tool Sai better? Like, I wish I still had Paint Tool Sai. I would still be using that right now. Honestly, well, maybe not. I don't know. But Medibang's like a perfect mixture between both. So it's not sponsored by Medibang. Maybe someday they will. Yeah, and so it was a long process just finding what worked for me. So, and this works really well. Like, it seriously does. It feels so much more natural, like paint. It feels like I'm actually painting, and my brain's not getting pissed off at me and itself. So, yeah, as I kind of just go through this painting, I'm just kind of touching up some things. Yeah, you guys don't realize how relieved I am. Like, I don't think I'll ever go back to Photoshop. Maybe for editing, but for $900, that's not worth it, to be honest. They're ripping people off. I'm glad they went back to subscription-based, because, dude, no one's gonna freaking pay $90. They're actually getting more money out of people by just charging them $90 a year, but split up into payments. So you're actually paying $1,000. No, I'm sorry. Apparently I can't do math. You are paying $10 a month, which that equates to about $120 a year. So it's a huge price cut. I'm sorry, I was thinking in wrong numbers. Do not rely on me for math. But yeah, so that's just kind of, I just had a bunch of ideas thrown around, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I made this channel, and I made that intro video, and I was like, man, I don't know. And then I made that first video. I had like a little bulletin list, you know, just necessary stuff, and that's just kind of how I went for that video. But I think these will be like a nice little kickback, relax type of art cast, yeah, whatever you all want to call it. And then as I put out content, I'll focus on slowly growing viewership, you know, and you guys just getting some people on a new platform, I guess, or not any platform, but you know what I mean. Be a content creator. I have content and I create. Ayy. But yeah, so that's just kind of where I've been right now. Just kind of in this limbo. Just been, you know, working that night shift and painting and just kind of thinking about life. Like, I just really didn't know what I wanted to do, but I'm just really hoping that this will be successful. So, which I feel like it would be, you know. To market, I definitely will have to put some money into it. That's always a must, so. But yeah, that was my friend. But yeah. She might want to hang out, so. If you hear it cut out, sorry about that. I'll keep recording until then. But I think I have about 5 minutes, so. I guess I am really inspired by Ahmed's stuff, so this really works. And it's funny because he deals with similar things. I'm not saying he has depression or anything. I don't know his personal life, but he was definitely an inspiration, I think, to help me rethink about things. Because, like, as artists, we're, like, so alone, you know? So we're just behind this computer. We don't, like, you ever had that feeling versus drawing by yourself versus drawing around other people? You feel like a freaking god when you're drawing around other people. They're like, oh my god. Like, not just because, like, the praise, but, like, you're just in your own alone atmosphere. It's kind of like, oh, it's just boring. And then, like, when you're on Simpletons, I'm kidding. It's different. It's very different, you know? It's a different vibe. Like, you feel, you're kind of pulled out of that, oh my god, I'm fucking in my mom's basement drawing type vibe. Like you feel like it's nothing. They put some worth, you know, and we're left alone with our negative thoughts. But that's why I like networking so important, having people around. Now, it's hard if you have social anxiety, but I think just in the right amounts, you can make this work. And that's what I tell myself, because I suffer from that, so. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this works, so. And I'm hoping you guys like it too. I mean, I can paint whatever. I can paint anything, so, I mean, I just don't know what y'all want, so. Yeah, I went a long time trying to perfect how to do portraits and such, so. And I kind of have this style now. It's really weird. I never had a style before. You know, people were like, oh my god, I don't have a style. But I'm like, it just kind of naturally comes out. And I know that's not helpful, but it's true. Like, I was those people that asked, how do you have a style? Ah! But, no, really, it just naturally comes out. I know I'm, like, jumping topics right now, but, meh. Let me see. My friend's texting me. Did you want to go? Yes, I'm down. Alrighty. Well, yeah. I hope this doesn't look bad, that I may look like I don't know what I'm doing. I know what to do and how to do it. I just want to hear what you guys want. Like, you see art, like, you see this art and you're like, oh my god, like, it's so cool. If you have any other ideas, definitely just let me know. I'm here. I literally do nothing. No, I'm kidding. And I do live streaming paintings too, so right now I'm just kind of just doing a color correction, but yeah, and I'm trying not to repeat myself so many times. I tend to have a bad habit of that, but I mean, I have a lot of ideas, but it's just hard when it's just you know what I mean? Not saying I need validation, but sometimes you do, like, just a little bit, just to kind of kickstart you, you know, like, you see these people who are so happy on YouTube because they have, like, millions of followers, you know, if I got millions of followers, I would never change. I wouldn't let that become my whole persona. I think it's gonna affect you either way. If you have millions of people following you and you're painting, it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you know. Wow, I think this is the first time I actually like a painting of mine. Oh man, that tells you where my head's been for, like, the past few years. But hey, this was blood, sweat, and tears, damn it. I used to not even be at this level, so. But, which means, I should do a freaking video where I go back and show my old art and then show you guys, so. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys appreciated this. Oh gosh, this sounds so cocky. If this sounds like awkward and nervous, I'm sorry. I try. But those eyebrows looking real good right now. Yeah, so I will post this to my channel and see what you guys think. I'll promote it a little bit, get it out there, and think about doing a Facebook page too. It's just kind of a bunch of ideas kind of thrown out. Y'all could comment or do something. That'd be great. You know, I don't. Even if you think like, oh, she's not gonna pay attention. Like, no, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna reply. I'm gonna heart them comments. So, I really value your guys' input. So, that's my plan again. Well, this video is almost over. Like, T-minus 20 seconds. So, thank you guys again. For all the people who've been following me for a long time, been through the ups and downs, I'm finally at that time where I can really put out content. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys again. Subscribe, like, whatever you guys want. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.